Presidents have grabbed the news headlines. Two former presidents in the United States were not to be outdone. Bill Clinton and George W. Bush shared a stage in Dallas, Texas, at the latter's presidential center to talk presidential leadership. The conversation was part of a graduation ceremony for the 2017 class of Presidential Leadership Program, and while not mentioned by name, there were certainly moments when the advice the two former presidents were doling out might have been interpreted as subliminal advisee to current President Donald J. Trump.
It appears to have been a week where former presidents have placed their fingers on the political scale, from Johannesburg to Sao Paulo to the George W. Bush Presidential Center in Dallas, Texas. And despite their differing political affiliations, Clinton and Bush have a strong friendship, a bond that has grown post their presidencies. Bill Clinton, who beat the senior George H.W. Bush to deny him a second term in 1992, also enjoys a close relationship with the 93-year-old former president.
One of the most unique relationships and an important relationship in U.S. political history. I think it starts with Bill Clinton being a person who refused to lord his victory over Dad. In other words, he was humble in victory, which is very important in dealing with other people. And I think Dad was willing to rise above the political contest. In other words, it starts with the individual's character. And both men, in my judgment, displayed strong character. And therefore, the friendship was able to be formed.
The current president, known for his brash and braggadocious style, might not have been in the room, but at times it certainly felt they were talking about him.
If you want to be president, realize it's about the people, not about you. And when it's over, and that's what a lot of these people who are real arrogant in office, they forget. Time passes, and it passes more quickly than you know. You want to be able to say, people are better off when I quit. Kids had a better future. Things were coming together. You don't want to say, God, look at all the people I beat, or the people I worked over. I think the most important thing is to be humble, to listen, to realize everybody's got a story.
They were asked what advice they'd give to those seeking the highest office in the land.
Humility. I think it's really important to know what you don't know and listen to people who do know what you don't know.
I also think you have to begin with the end in mind. That is, you have to say, yeah, you got to win the election, but why in the heck are you running? That's the other thing I noticed about him. When he ran for governor against Ann Richards, he didn't say Ann Richards is a klutz. He said, I want to be governor because I want to do 1, 2, 3 things. A couple of them I didn't agree with, but he had an agenda.
Clinton also sharing a universal truth that could be applied everywhere.
I think if everybody's got a decent job and something to look forward to in the morning, about 90% of the other problems go away. So whatever argument we might have, let's say about health care policy or any other social policy, it will all become less significant if people think they can start a business and keep a job and educate their kids. Then families are stable, communities are more stable, and all the other problems get smaller.
The two former presidents often appearing together, with Bush calling his father's former rival a brother with a different mother, the kind of bromance not visible in more recent presidential relationships, whether in the United States or South Africa, in an era where political divides appear to be deepening and the concept of common ground or compromise increasingly hard to find. Sherwin Bryce-Pease, SABC News, New York.